What's the hardest thing about becoming a dad to an orphan overnight? When I was 38, my wife Diane handed me a spatula on a Saturday morning and said, maybe you should make pancakes for Henry to really bond with him. We'd just adopted Henry 2 weeks ago. He was 7 and had been through 4 foster homes. I was terrified of screwing this up. I went all out that first Saturday. Mickey Mouse pancakes with chocolate chip buttons. The kids sat at our kitchen table staring at them like they might bite him. These look great, thank you, he said in this robot voice. Then he pushed them around his plate for 20 minutes before asking if he could be excused. Diane shot me a look that said, keep trying. The next Saturday, I tried dinosaurs. I spent 45 minutes getting the T-Rex arms just right. Henry took 3 bites. Thank you very much, he said again, like he was reading from a script. I wanted to ask what was wrong, but Diane had warned me not to push. He needs time, she'd said. Just keep showing up. By the 3rd Saturday, I was getting desperate. What kind do you want today, buddy? I asked, trying to sound casual. Henry shrugged. Whatever you want to make is fine. That killed me. What 7-year-old doesn't have opinions about breakfast? I made race cars that morning, complete with pretzel stick axles. He managed 5 bites. Diane found me later that afternoon staring at pancake recipes on my phone. Maybe he just doesn't like pancakes, she suggested. It's not about the pancakes, I told her, though I couldn't explain what it was about. Something about Saturday mornings felt important. Like if I could get this right, everything else would follow. The 4th Saturday, I tried superheroes. I'm talking full-on Superman with a strawberry cape. Henry actually smiled a little when I set it down. That's really cool, he said, but then he only ate the cape. I noticed him watching me though, really studying my face while I cleaned up. Do you make these for all the kids? He asked suddenly. I stopped washing the pan. What do you mean? He looked down. The other kids who stayed here before. My chest got tight. You're the first kid who's ever lived here, I said, and you're not just staying. This is your home. He nodded, but didn't say anything else. Week 5, I went with SpongeBob, complete with a whipped cream smile. Henry sat there swinging his legs under the table. My first dad used to cook, he said out of nowhere. I froze, spatula still in my hand. We knew his birth parents had died when he was 3, but he never talked about them. Yeah, I managed. He let me help, Henry said quietly. I was really little, but he'd hold me up to flip them. I put the spatula down and pulled out a chair next to him. Do you want to help me? I asked. He looked at me for a long time, like he was trying to figure out if I meant it. Really? I nodded, but I might mess them up, he warned. Then we'll make more, I said. We've got all morning. The next Saturday, Henry was waiting in the kitchen when I came downstairs. He'd pulled a chair up to the stove. Can we make regular circles today? He asked. I want to practice flipping. I mixed the batter while he stood on his chair, spatula ready. His first flip sent batter flying onto the backsplash. Sorry, he said, looking panicked. It's just pancake batter, I told him. Watch this. I deliberately flipped one too hard, sending it sliding off the griddle onto the stovetop. Henry giggled. You're really bad at this, he said. Terrible, I agreed. Good thing I have a helper now. We burned half of them that morning. Henry kept trying to flip them too early, and I kept forgetting to watch the other side. Diane came down to find us both covered in flour, the kitchen a disaster, and a plate of the ugliest pancakes ever made. What's all this? She asked. Dad's teaching me to cook, Henry said, not even noticing he'd used the word. But he's not very good at it. He was grinning though, really grinning, with batter in his hair and flour on his nose. We still do pancakes every Saturday. Henry's actually better at flipping than I am now. Last week, he tried to teach his friend during a sleepover. My dad and I make these every week, he told him, casual as anything. It's our thing.